Don't film me. Film him. How's it fit?
I know, me too. Oh, actually not bad.
Yeah. You have the shirt underneath.
I know.
Look, it's Michael Jordan.
Oh, this is much better.
Is he playing ball later, or are they gonna give him?
I know.
Whoa.
Jesus.
Cousin Murray showing it off a little.
Going with my feeding tool, boys.
Stool Scenes, episode 68. Casey, wow, thank you for joining the show today.
Casual Friday, you convinced me.
Yeah, Casual Friday, this is something off topic, but you stopped the whole train today?
I did stop a whole train. I didn't mean to stop the whole train. I just lost my passports, and I told the people that I lost them. I started crying, and they stopped the train.
They stopped a
I
New
did
York
get my
City
passports,
subway
though.
train for my friend Casey here. That's not something that everyone has had happen to them or could have happened.
Well, I found the passports. That's all that matters.
Awesome. So you're free to move about the country and
Yes.
out of the country.
Out of the
That's
country
whole
is
thing.
more important,
And you
yes.
know where else you're free to do?
What?
If you don't want to travel, you could just lay in bed. And I gotta be honest, there's no place that you're gonna get a better night's sleep or more restful. If you're just gonna watch TV, sometimes I watch Netflix in bed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, lisa.com/idle. You can get yourself a brand new mattress. And Casey, you can get a train car stop for you. That may not even be as fortunate enough as getting $160 off lisa.com/idle. I mean,
Way better than getting the train stopped. And the best night's sleep ever.
the best night's sleep. The other night I had a dream. I was like in a field. There's all these sheep. It was a peaceful place.
That was
on
a real
Lisa
dream
mattress.
you had?
Yes.
I had a dream I smashed Glennie's phone to pieces last night.
Well, depending on some
You're
of
having
his
peaceful
drunk
dreams, I'm
texts
having
he's had, that
angry
may be a dream for him too. So go to lisa.com/idle, and maybe if you're Johnny Manziel, you dream about throwing touchdowns, Hamilton Tiger Cats. It's coming soon.
Is it because I'm wearing an A&M football hat?
Comeback season. Give a quick plug.
Comeback season.
Quick plug.
Download it, smash subscribe, you won't regret it.
And you know what else you won't regret? Watching the Cousins. They're back.
I
They're-
love the Cousins.
There's no one that I think has ever been mad at the Cousins. They're just two guys in a big world. They're small people, no offense. They're gonna be mad. They're not that large, and they're just in
I
this
think they're
giant-
self-aware. I think they're pretty self-aware.
I don't have beef with Cousin Murray, but a big city, Big Apple, they're walking around, and they arrive in Penn Station hot.
Yeah, and somebody sneezed on Cousin Murray right
Oh.
away, and he said he was his height, so it like got in his face, and
Yeah.
that's how he was welcomed to the city.
Yeah.
Bad
not
day
great.
for him.
His home is in front of Friday. He's not even moving. Look at him. He's not moving.
Hey, boys. Hey, guys.
How we doing? How you doing?
Cousin Y.
Good to see you.
How are you?
I'm doing
You
good.
guys
I'm
made it
so
down.
glad
Yeah,
to see
good.
you guys.
We're doing good until
Let me grab something. Let me
some
grab
guy, we're walking out of the thing, some guy sneezes into my face without, just a
That
minute
is
ago.
in the train?
No, on the stairs.
This is a gross place.
He just sneezed without covering the,
Penn Station's a gross place.
you know, that lot of, this is very nice. Are we in Beverly Hills at all, or?
You get a haircut?
Yeah.
Looking nice.
Ooh.
Kind of a clean cut.
There was a lady on there. We almost asked her to come on the show, but she spoke for 4 hours straight without taking
God,
a breath.
it was brutal. It was brutal.
Without taking a damn breath.
I was just telling
Just
YP.
nonstop.
I had the strongest urge to get him to tell her, shut the fuck up for 5 minutes, will you? She just wouldn't stop. He was saying how bad he was going to do. I said, he's not as bad as you think he is, or as good as he thinks he is.
Right.
You know, and that's what it turned out to be.
I mean, he did it pretty easily.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was crazy. I mean, the only thing that could have been a concern for him was he would just run out of gas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As long as he could do it. I know the biggest problem once I was doing more mulligans would have been my hands as much as anything else, and apparently he didn't have a problem.
Yeah.
Now he's calling himself the real champ.
I mean, he is. He won the U.S. Open -4. No one else got that.
I got to ask a very damaging question.
What?
Where's his suit?
I mean, nothing to do with it.
I don't know what that is.
I heard that place is awesome.
It's kind of.
Wait a minute. Where is his suitcase? Murray. Murray.
What? Oh my God.
I got it.
Mine? Oh my God.
We have?
No. What do you mean? Whose suitcase you looking for?
This is
Is
mine.
that it?
Yeah.
It's YP?
Oh, I didn't see it. Jesus. I'm sorry, I didn't see it.
Scared.
Did you know where it was?
No, I didn't know where it was. Of course I knew where it was. What do you think it was?
You all right, pal?
Yeah, I just.
You're a little jittery. We're in New
No,
York
I
for
was
2
nervous.
seconds.
I was nervous for him. I knew you had mine. I really didn't care if he lost his, but I knew when you come here, you're better off walking. You can't look at this. They're just
No, you'd be stuck in this all day.
yeah.
It's unbelievable. I'll tell you, I'll never fly to New York again. I used to come a lot.
When'd you fly?
When I was in different businesses, but I haven't been in a long time, but I would never fly.
How long is that flight? 30 minutes?
Flight's only 30 minutes, but you got to get to the airport, and you got
You gotta
to
get to the airport. You
That
gotta
sounds
wait.
like-
2 hours early, and you got to
You know,
wait. And you got to wait for your luggage if you have it.
You know what's amazing about the train? There's literally no security. I mean, none.
There was this dog with the cops. And a dog like that, you know. Look at that dog. And the dog's sitting there laying down, doing nothing.
Yawning.
Yawning with the cops. There's 4 cops doing nothing, and the dog's doing nothing.
The dog got up for a minute, one sat down again.
And he sniffed,
Come on.
He sniffed one bag and said, I had enough. And then,
The paperwork they give you tells you they're gonna ask for ID and all that's nothing.
I mean, your son won the U.S. Open. You could say that.
True, I can say my son's a champ.
It's a pretty good argument.
hey, let me ask you, do you think you could have done it with that setup?
Yeah, I think
with
he
the
would have.
greens the way they are, Saturday setup?
Yeah, I think he would have figured it out.
How do you figure those greens out? You just keep
He
hitting
doesn't
it.
have to. He just keeps hitting it till it goes in.
Yeah, but-
I still think unlimited mulligans. All he's got to do is shoot even par for the tournament. He did. I mean, he played so much better than I'd ever seen him play.
That was like cousin Mike at Florida played better than I've ever seen him play.
He did play well.
Yeah, he did.
It's a shame that one video is really all people remember.
Oh, yeah.
And you were hoping so badly it would be the exact opposite.
I really rooted for you. I tried to tell people. He hit the ball great all day. He had one bad shot.
Oh, did you get that? First thing it happened, we get off, the guy sneezes right in his face.
It was my size, so it was right face to face. Cousin Rick, did the shirts get in yet?
Oh, they're here.
Ooh.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
They're waiting for you guys. Well, I haven't opened the package yet, but I believe they're in there.
Uh-oh. That's a big if then.
They're gonna be like wrong size.
You got any thoughts beforehand?
Well, I'm obviously going to meet a lot of people I've seen. And other than that, I have no thoughts because I generally have no thoughts.
Are the interns still there or are they?
Oh, they're here. They're here. Did you get that shirt stitched yourself?
I had Mr. Welcome make it for me.
Oh, really?
It was a special request.
He doesn't want anybody to know who he is, though.
All right, Casey, they get to the office. Walking from Penn Station to our office, normally about a 5 to 10 minute walk. This is like a venture. They get here. And as if
And it was
the
hot as shit outside, too.
It was very hot.
It was gross.
As if they were going to walk on and calmly not interrupt the rundown. That was never going to happen.
They didn't even stop. They just walked right on. The
Yes.
ultimate power move. But if anybody was going to do that to Dave, it would be his dad and cousin Murray.
There's very few people that can just walk into a Dave and Big Cat and KFC rundown and just act like it's their living room.
And
But
then share a microphone.
in many cases, this is Mr. Portnoy's living room because without him, we may not be here.
Technically, yes. And cousin Murray not understanding exactly what was going on was perfectly on par. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
You guys should buzz over to the rundown.
Going on right nice to meet you, Cousin Murray. Cousin Dave. How are you? Am I taking this?
That's all right.
Cousin Dave.
How are you?
I'm good. How are
Good.
you?
Welcome. And you can stay there. You can do whatever you'd like.
Is this failing?
No, I'm going to do whatever you like.
We can't hear you, so you have to have the
What am I supposed to do with this?
It's gonna get weird now. You told me this would be the situation like 15 years ago. I was like, no chance.
I've already hit my head on the seat on the train 15 times. So I'm a little woozy.
Your head out.
I'm a little woozy. You know how you got to get out of the seat? There's an overhang and I can whack my head again.
Rundown is brought to you by Burst e-liquid. Go to vapeburst.com, 25% off, free shipping.
I know someone who's not gonna like that.
Burst e-liquid is award-winning premium e-liquid line. So you can say goodbye to cigarettes. They have 14 flavors, all great when you make a purchase. You'll be automatically entered into a sweepstakes to win all expense paid trip to any regular season football game.
So bad
Judging is
for
better
these
than
kids.
judging.
Oh yeah, and it's like very important for these kids.
Yeah,
Like you
they're coming in.
could decide like the fate of these kids' lives.
It'd be great if both of them just said no.
No.
Doesn't matter.
Well, do I
The
have
job-
any
the
credibility
job.
because I told my son he was going nowhere fast?
Yeah, that's true.
That is true.
I mean,
I once told you that this would never work, Dave. Remember?
The newspaper, the ad sales model. I actually thought you were more pro than my dad.
I thought it wouldn't work because we were just putting it in.
Yeah, the model.
whoever gets this potential job that you vote on will get a salary right away.
Oh, really?
You got it.
Can we
Have
have
there been
the
any kickbacks, that type of thing?
Well,
That's for you to decide.
I don't really
mean,
trust your
We
negotiating.
can start now. It's very pitchy. Can't sing.
So they'll be here all day tomorrow. And that's pretty much it. It's the rundown.
When you're the golf guys, you get to go to Augusta. You get to go to the U.S. Open. They actually have credentials. I'm not sure if you heard that. And sometimes,
Inside the ropes?
Yeah, and sometimes you get really cool gifts. It must be nice.
It must be nice. No free ads, but it must be nice.
I have literally no idea what this is.
You make,
Pretty dope.
when you make cool shit, it's like,
Wow.
looks handcrafted.
Does look very handcrafted. Double bogey, you don't want to be in there, boy.
No matter what, you got to take the cousins for the back nine. Trip to Eagle Butski.
We're gonna have to have a putsky competition with the cousins.
You think Cousin Mike could get it over the ridge?
Yeah, yeah, I do.
So as we've seen before, the cousins don't always do things orthodoxly. They got one mic. It's like, hey, can you guys get together? They're just talking as if it's a regular conversation. Quite the calamity.
They shared a cell phone in an Uber to do radio. They had to share a microphone 2 different times, but they didn't care. Like, they were the only people in the world that don't care that they had to share a microphone.
Yeah, it's just kind of they live in a bubble where it's the cousins' world, and that's just how things work in that world.
It's their world, we're all living in it, right?
Yes.
I mean, they're hilarious. We should live in that world.
Yes.
I almost didn't make it because coming out of the train where we were sitting, I must have hit my head on the overhang 40 times in a row on the train.
We'll talk about that.
I mean, the story has already been told.
Well, we'll tell
No,
them.
I'm just saying, I'm not for publication.
Hey, it's your boy KFC, and you can hear the music. You know what that means. The cousins are here.
And you guys have one mic, so you got to share that. So if you don't hear them,
it?
yeah, you're good. You just got talking to it. We only have 4 mics in here, so that's an issue.
Just make sure you guys get really up on it.
Closer, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let the people want to hear you, you know?
Just had a little tiff, and cousin Mike profusely apologized on his knee, and it's over.
And
That's a bad in life. I shouldn't interrupt. I should let people, no matter how ridiculous the things they are saying, I shouldn't interrupt. No offense. I shouldn't interrupt.
Well, that's why he only has one friend, me.
That is true.
That's
My
not
dad-
true. I have another
Na-
friend.
here's
I don't
Ryan.
want to name names. I have another
His
friend.
intern Ryan.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
don't have.
Is he still
I mean,
around?
I don't want to go. You
Ryan?
have like no
Intern
friends.
Ryan, yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he's doing better than I am. He just came back from Ireland.
I can hold that over him, cousin Dave.
That he has no
that,
friends.
That he has no friends.
Do you have a lot of friends, Murray, though?
I have a bunch. I have a bunch.
More than him?
Yeah,
I believe.
well, I 2 would be more than
Yeah,
him,
that's
but
true.
still,
I mean, there is no exaggeration.
yeah.
It is an exaggeration. I'm not going to get into it. It's nobody.
Well, we always make fun of you for not having friends.
I mean, I have
It's a Portnoy
friends. I know I have friends.
he and
where
I.
you grew
You
up.
guys sound identical.
They're still my
I'm
friends.
sure
They
he
don't live
doesn't
here.
see it. There's a lot of me in him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are
You
identical.
can't get on your knees. He can't raise his arms because of his shoulders.
I didn't mean those kind of things. I'm talking about
Personality traits. You guys are.
I've always had a lot of friends. I still have a lot of friends. They just don't live in New York.
Right.
They're married with kids.
I knew a lot of them. Actually.
Yeah, they're still my friends.
Okay.
Anybody just never
No,
sees them or
yeah,
hangs out with them or
yeah,
talks
you
to them
don't-
or does anything with
I
them.
don't disagree that there's similarities in our personality, but I definitely have more friends. Always have more friends than
Look
you.
a lot.
All right, Casey, this next segment may not mean as much to you as it did to me, but as a young white male in St. Louis
You're a young white
in
male?
2010, that was
Okay.
the next part. I heard music by the name of a guy named Sam Adams. I gotta tell you, it touched me, driving me crazy. A hit.
A hit?
It's a hit.
Is- would
Are
you-
you acting like you don't know it?
No, I was hoping you were gonna sing it for me or rap it for
No,
me.
I'm not, because I spent the
was-
next 5 to 10 years of my life trying to be Sam Adams. And he came in the office and also met another guy who had a lot of influence on me, Dave Portnoy. Quite a moment.
Who is more influential, Dave Portnoy or
Dave,
Sam
for
Adams?
sure. Because Dave's kind of more all-encompassing. Sam Adams was just rapping.
Okay.
Dave's just
that's fair.
more of a businessman and a lifestyle.
Are you most excited to see him of anybody else you've ever seen in The Office?
Your friend Johnny was pretty cool as well, but
Okay.
I played that one cool, so that was
Yeah,
easy.
real smooth.
What's up, man? What's up, brother? What's going on? How are you?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, good.
Good to see you.
Thanks for coming and do this shit.
Yeah, of course.
We'll put you through the ringer probably.
That
with
shit,
questions.
that shit the other day when we were talking about it, I was trying to think about memories, and then right as you start talking about it, you're like,
It's
ding,
crazy.
ding, ding,
I mean,
ding.
it was a fucking crazy time.
Did you get in hold of Jenna Marbles?
I don't know if she responds to us
She
anymore.
big leaving you?
I don't know. Gaz was trying. I talked to her like, she lectured me how I have a responsibility to like the kids.
She lectured you about that?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I talked. We emailed, but I don't know. Gaz
She's
was
in LA,
trying-
yeah?
Yeah. She's like the most successful of everybody.
Yeah. She's
I know, for real. She's
That's
like
right.
fucking huge. So, yeah. Thanks for coming in.
No
Catch
problem,
you after
man.
you do it.
Yeah,
Right,
I'll be out in Act for Fane's wedding.
When is that?
It's like 29th of the...
July?
Yeah.
All right, I'll be there.
All right, I'll give you a
Cool.
shot.
Yeah.
Blast from the past.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've seen him a bunch since, but
Casey, we covered the Cousins, a big Barstool favorite. Now we have Barstool Idol. I gotta be honest, it is nerve-wracking for everyone involved because when they come in, there's just this weird feeling. Whenever you're seeing somebody like getting judged for something, it's very nerve-wracking.
It's secondhand embarrassment, and it's the worst. Like my desk, you can look right at them, and I want to sink into the floor, and I have nothing to do with it.
Yeah, it's tough. Some people very good. Impressionists are good, but not always applicable. The guy who got told he was getting shut down right away. It's a tough moment for him.
I was waiting for Dave to have one of those moments all 3 weeks, and he was pretty nice most of the time, unless he just really hated somebody. He let the guy say, like 5 words, and was like, no,
He said
get
he
out,
was,
you stink.
at a comedy grill and he was grilling up some bits, and I think, no
mean, it's-
offense, I'm sure it works in some audiences. It did not play in this one.
No, and Dave shut it down immediately, and it was so fast that people didn't even realize what happened. Like, I had to look
Yeah.
around and be like, what? And that kid probably will never recover.
I would like to see a documentary on him in the past week. Like, how does he bounce back from this?
You don't.
He may just have retired.
Yeah, you can't bounce back from that. Like, you got roasted your entire life in front of the entire
Unfortunate.
company.
And we had some questionable judging in Dave's eyes. There was a lot of controversy with that.
Yeah, like the guy from Vegas. Like, there was the gambling guy. Like,
I
he
always-
absolutely should have made it through.
To be like break the fourth wall with you, because I'm sure people are really interested in my scandalous breaking the fourth wall. That
love
guy,
your
like,
opinions.
whenever you like see that guy and I'm sitting there and I'm like, this dude did like 10 years stand up, was on Conan and all that. I'm like, yikes, like he's way better than me. You're always like, how's this guy getting judged?
Yeah, he's
You know
going to
what
be
I
on
mean?
what, like Jimmy Fallon soon?
Yeah.
You're like, okay, we all are nowhere near as
Right.
talented as him, and he didn't even get an
So
opportunity.
you're sitting there like in the crowd, kind of like,
Yeesh.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
like in a good way for him, but in a bad way for
In
all
a-
of us. And then he
yeah.
didn't even make it through.
it's crazy.
It's crazy.
Scandal.
The question would be, how do you fit in with Barstool? I mean, what's the purpose? What would you do with Barstool? If a guy comes up and he's a juggler, that's kind of an obvious question. You've got some skill, but what's it have to do with you?
so do you think they could be funny?
Is that the only thing?
Yeah. So you know what you're doing, Murray, here? No. So these people are all really trying to get jobs here. So we're the panel, and you vote. It'll go my dad first. He'll say yes or no, and you yes or no.
Just a word, nothing, no explanation.
No, you can talk a little bit, but it's you keep it moving. And then if they get 2 yeses, they'll come back and compete versus all the people who got yeses. The third week of doing
No
it.
matter how many,
Does not matter how many.
Again, say relative to the first person, the things that he's going to do, I guess that's what
But we don't know what people will do here. If you
doesn't
think
this
the
tell-
person
isn't
is
this what this
talented,
tells us?
we really want to know how they're going to relate to Barstool.
You never know.
But I'm saying,
we wanna ask
so,
him what
so when he's got this down here, that's not telling me what he's going to do today.
Correct.
That's just what he
You're
has
gonna
done.
see what he's gonna do.
Yeah, I see.
We've got a couple new judges today that I'm pretty excited about. First one, Mr. Portnoy, Dave's dad, cousin Mike.
Good afternoon, everybody.
You excited to be here? You didn't seem too excited before.
I hide my excitement now.
Okay.
I'm tingling.
Do you think you're going to be a nice judge or a mean judge?
Say that again?
Do you think you'll be a nice judge or a mean judge?
I think everybody expects I'll be a mean judge.
Okay, good.
And I don't want to disappoint them.
All right. Second chair, cousin Murray. You are Dave's cousin.
Yes.
There's a lot of confusion around the office about how exactly you're related.
And we're not related, but
You're not related.
My
You're
brother.
Okay.
Cousin Linda is my first cousin. Cousin Dave is my second cousin.
Got it.
I got third and fourth cousins if you want
Are you more excited to be here than cousin Mike?
to. Yes. Oh, I'm much.
I hide my excitement very well.
I
I'm
know
very
you do.
excited.
Yeah. What kind of judge do you think you'll be?
I'll be more like Aaron Judge. I'll hit, I'll be probably a good judge because
What is that on Aaron?
positive. No, I'll be a positive judge, I think.
Okay. All right, and as always in third chair, Dave.
This was Dan's idea. We'll see how it goes.
How do you feel about the family affair?
We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
How do you feel?
No idea.
First up, we've got Dan Sullivan. He's an impression guy. Says he does Dick Vitale, Jeremy Schaap, and different New York Yankees. And he can do the full Dracula musical from Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
I'm here at Barstool headquarters, located in the Flatiron district of Manhattan, New York. Founder David Portnoy sold a majority share of his company to the Chernin Group in order to take the company to the moon. Reporting for Outside the Lines, I'm Jeremy Schaap, ESPN.
First things first, I just want to point out that I am a girl. Barstool's, you guys definitely need more girls. Studies show that almost everyone likes them. You wouldn't necessarily know by the comments under the Chicks in the Office videos. Stories, talking about kind of things that I did is like a huge content zone for you guys. Like there should 100% be some type of like Barstool guide to study, which is why you should ride out your study abroad experience even though you broke your nose the first night you got there. Songs to learn on an acoustic guitar that will at least guarantee you a hand job. Always find themselves in shit that never happens to anyone else. And most other people usually find it super embarrassing, but I generally think it's pretty funny, and it's usually kind of an entertaining highlight in my grand story of life. So just for example, I was in a group text the other day, and I was telling my friends, I'm like, I've had a super good 2018 so far.
Although I can identify with the breaks, I've fallen downstairs myself. Probably everything bad that's happened to you has happened to me.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But that being aside, and I can identify with it, I'm going to have to go no on that.
That's okay.
Gotta keep really doing good. It's because we already have 12 through, so we have a lot to just. So far, it's Murray doing very well.
What about me?
Well, I think you were the first one. I think you kind of.
I thought he was good.
Don't be sorry, man. So you got to vote. Murray's been better than you, in my opinion. But there's an opinion.
That's because he agreed with you.
Yeah.
Every Monday, every other Monday.
Let's get it. What's the condition? Let's get into the condition.
Yeah, so you can probably tell the way I live, I'm a little different.
Yeah.
I have a thing, the acronym is BDS. It's called Big Dick Syndrome. You see, my cock is so big that my upper body just can't sustain the weight, so my lower body has all of it, so I'm walking around like this. What it actually is
You're loving that reaction. This guy's loving the applause.
Just the way God made me. It's actually an undiagnosed condition. There's no name for it. I'm limited in my physical ability, range of motion, speed. There's everything, really. I have low muscle tone, but it's actually great.
Is this me? He's talking about?
Oh, no. I have the better looking genes.
That might have caused it.
That undiagnosed, there's no name for it, which is great because with having undiagnosed, I get great parking in front of grocery stores and restaurants. When I picked up basketball, people think I'm like special needs, like 3 shots all day, no defense. And if you bet, you should gamble on me when I play limbo, never lose. I don't even need a track. It's easy. But,
Why did McAfee hire you?
So I met Pat I'm a ball boy for the Indianapolis Colts. I met him after my second season. I shot him a message after he retired. and I asked for an interview. He gave me an interview. I was funny there, as I am here. And I got, and I just, I mean,
This guy.
You know what's funny? So being a baller for the Colts, I met Pat, I met people like Andrew Luck, T.Y. Hilton, but my favorite person was Ryan Grigson. Because Ryan Grigson, like, he's a great guy. He was patting me on the back, so how you doing, Austin? But I think he thought I was a Make-A-Wish kid. So I had it really easy.
You didn't deflate any football.
And balls, yes. I had the honor of grabbing
All right. I think we're good where we're going. This is like Kramer when he they thought, you know, when Kramer had the Novocaine and they thought he was special needs.
So Mike, what did you think? Did that one coming?
I'll be honest, you're going to be a star. I mean, you're funny. The only negative thing, and I'm going to vote yes, the only negative thing, and I don't think it has anything to do with quote unquote your condition. I really don't think it does. I just had a little hard time, and it might be me, obviously, understanding, just literally hearing what you were saying. But I think you're very funny and wonderful sense of humor.
All right, one thumbs up. That's
One
correct.
thumb up.
I can identify with your other condition. I have LDS, little dick syndrome, and but my cousin Mike, I think you're very, very funny, and without taking any more time, it's definitely yes.
All right, so you're through, Dave. What'd you think?
Yeah, I would vote yes. I mean, guys like you with whatever this condition who can make fun of themselves, that's like I look for those guys.
Yeah.
So absolutely yes.
Absolutely.
All right, so 3 yeses, unanimous. Congratulations.
Forward to seeing you again. Yeah. Yeah.
Dave, what are you doing like Mike Carey defending the refs on like one day after a big weekend? like, all right, here's what they got right.
Moving on, next up is Brant Tobler. He's a stand-up comedian from Denver. He's been nationally touring for 10 years. He has a Comedy Central stand-up special, hosts 2 podcasts, 2 weekly video series, and will be on Conan and working on getting a Fallon stand-up set approved. Brant Tobler.
Thank you guys for having me. I'm not going to bore you with my awful stand-up. I'll just give you a background on me. I grew up in Wyoming, small town. My dad went away to college when I was 5 years old. That's what my mom called it. You guys would call it prison. He would get out every couple of years on spring break, come visit us. I didn't see him until I was about 20 years old. He got out of college for the last time. So I was a runner for 10 years on the Strip in Vegas, just carrying $100,000 in cash every day, running up and down the Strip, betting on anything from the 4 major sports to NASCAR matchups, anything. We bet everything. So I did that job for about 10 years, and then I was a bookie for the back part of that, and then a lot of bad shit happened. Got robbed with a shotgun. My dad stole $80,000 cash. And eventually the police came, found a dead guy in the pool, confiscated all the money. Gambling was over. So I started doing stand-up. I've been doing stand-up for almost a decade. You know, I've been on Comedy Central, performed over for the troops, got 2 CDs, wrote a book. So I think I'm perfect for Barstool just in that fact that my whole life, all I've ever done is comedy, sports, and gambling.
I can't get over the hump of the fact that you didn't really make me laugh, so I'm going to vote.
Oh, I've just seen everybody bomb with their stand-up through all the auditions.
What's that?
So everyone that came in just bombed.
Well, I wasn't here for the audition.
Oh, that's very good.
I'm going to vote no.
All right, it's a thumbs down, unfortunately. Cousin Murray, what'd you think?
Let me ask you a quick question. What did you do on Father's Day for your father?
I don't speak to my father anymore. He stole $80,000 cash from me. I had to go to my boss. Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
What do you,
I
you
was
have
speaking
to
to my
tell
father.
everybody it's a joke. It ain't a good joke.
I feel actually you might be hysterical, you know, when you podcast and when you stand up, but you really didn't do a lot for us. I think if you came back again another time with stand up and with jokes, it would be better. And I'm gonna have to vote no.
Cool. 2 thumbs down, Dave. Did you have a different opinion?
Yeah, I would have voted definitely yes. I think the background, the story you had was actually interesting and funny. So you're the first one who just kind of got victimized by the 2 old guys here. But
do you feel like you can overrule them?
Do you want me to do some stand-up for you?
I mean, I think you're right.
I mean,
you actually have paid attention to what's been going on with. I mean, my dad was obsessed with the fact you haven't done anything routinely when you've been doing it
This ends up being about me.
Well, your argument, well, you haven't done anything like consistent when he's been like, well, for 2 years.
Funny now. I mean, with That's all
Yeah,
we know.
if
That's
I
all
were,
we can
if
do.
I were him, I would have.
You didn't think his intro story of the bookie?
Unfortunately, I'm comparing in my mind to the last guy who I thought was hysterical.
Can
So
you
it
do
was
2
kind of a
minutes of
high
stand-up?
bar.
Can you do 2 minutes of stand-up?
Yeah, I can do whatever you guys want.
I'll say this, and I've said this to a lot of people. Just because it's a no on this thing doesn't mean it's no here. I'd like to listen to the podcast. We are getting more into the gambling angle. The fact that you're booking all that's interesting. This is, I don't think we can change the rules just based on these two guys being here. We knew this was a little bit of an X factor. I think you would have made it through if Dan was sitting here.
Give me a card.
But stay in touch. We'll get your info. Your logic, if he hasn't done anything consistent, he clearly has for 2 years straight.
Yeah, I think you should have power to
overrule.
Yeah.
Well, then what's
It's
the point of
different.
voting?
Well, it's different. I mean, maybe like 1 or 2 during the day. I don't know.
Yeah, what are we doing here?
No, I know, but if there's someone who like you can see.
What's that?
I thought the criticism was a little unfair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was wildly
It was just
unfair.
wrong. It was just factually wrong.
He was just wildly, you haven't done consistent on the podcast for 2 years straight.
What's that?
You're like, you haven't done consistent on 2
No,
years
when
straight
I
of a
was focusing on
podcast.
it, didn't sound to me like he was doing on a given week. He wasn't doing very
You gotta be
well.
funny. You gotta be funny. I thought you had
But what you're saying is just wildly inaccurate.
Relative to what? I'm not.
He has done a podcast every week for 2 years straight.
I would like to have seen him do it.
I didn't think it was funny. So.
But what you said was you haven't done anything
Well, I
consistent.
The next person up has got a good chance with me.
This is what we knew could happen with these two guys.
Hot start.
Well, he said something factually wildly inaccurate.
But you're focusing on that. I also.
That was
think-
what your objection
I also
was.
said I didn't think he didn't make me laugh.
But he wasn't necessarily like trying to.
Oh, I think he was.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Barstool Sports Radio, Power 85. I'm Kevin Harlan, alongside Reggie Miller and Doris Burke. We've got David Aldridge on the side of the court, and we've got a great one for you tonight, folks. It'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers taking on the Boston Celtics here in beautiful downtown Boston. And
Next up is Jesse Eigner. He's a stand-up comic, has his own website featured on Fox's Good Day New York.
Yikes.
And produces the monthly stand-up showcase. Jesse Eigner.
How about, by the way, how about this? I'm doing this. I'm doing like, I just,
It's cooking, guys.
I don't know what he's talking about at this point.
Good to be
You're in a
here.
tough spot, I want to tell you.
Good. I'm digging out my shovel. It's good to be here. We're cooking all day on my comedy grill. Gonna serve some fresh hot bits. Grab mother sizzling. I'm gonna be above stand up. Gonna set up a buffet line of bits. Just load up, spit me out. It's good to be here. I feel like I'm gonna catch my.
No.
Wow, yeah.
sorry. Yes, that's never gonna work. It's just never gonna work. Do you have video?
No.
That's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. I'm sorry, but it's not gonna work. We know that. We can move along. The buffet of bits and all that's just not gonna work.
Do you have any disagreement from the judges?
I don't think I'm allowed to disagree.
That's not gonna work. It just is. Sorry. All right.
All right. Thank you.
That's just not.
Yeah. Okay, next up, Chelsea. Sportscaster. I want to kill myself.
Savage.
Best sportscaster 2 years in a row. Chelsea.
I'll make it very clear. Oh, this guy has potential.
Why
This
don't
guy
you
stinks.
go first this time?
Well, what's that matter?
It does matter because it gives us some guidance. You know more about this. I don't have to accept what you say, but I'd like to get some guidance.
Well, we're almost done.
All right. The fight breaking out among the judges.
Yeah, it's turning into a little bit of a heated environment here.
Stool Scenes episode 68.
Casual Friday.
We gotta do it. That's for Johnny.
I know that, which was really
Can I just
exciting.
ask Devlin to shut up?